Good evening and welcome to my end of the week recap here for Apple and plan ahead for next week. Next week I will not be trading actively as I will be taking a little vacation for the next few weeks. So if I do take any trades, it will be for at least 5, maybe 6 weeks in the future. So with that said, I'm going to go over the trades I have taken this week and closed out the week. First of all, I was holding these 175 calls here overnight from Wednesday. It looked like price action was kind of being absorbed as far as the sellers and may have been poised for a gap up. Did not occur. Price action gapped way down, looked like a capitulation type of move, and didn't really follow through off of that beginning opening drive. So at that point, I was willing to go ahead and let these go to zero. Just kind of frustrated with it and just let it sit and ride. Now, once price action did come up, I figured 20 was a good spot to go ahead and get out at. As it turns out, tested the 50 SMA and would have gotten me to break even. So I closed out a little bit too early there. Such is the case, it is what it is. Anyways, into the resistance here, I was looking at this 50 SMA as resistance, so I took some 172.5 puts here at 287, took half off on the small little dip down here to 310. It looked like it was going to bounce off of VWAP. Good thing I did not close the whole position because that did roll over very nicely. Came down 405 into the towards the end of the day, and at the end of the day closed out the remainder at 460. So overall, a decent trade there made up for the beginning of the week. Now, price action has broken through almost every single significant level over here on the daily time frame. I'm actually going to get this off of here, and is coming up on the 200 SMA, which is 163.07. So that's going to be a very important level going forward for me, for my purposes anyways, and what I'll be looking for, because I'm not going to be actively trading, will be a long-term, at least month and a half swing trade. So let me go here to the 30-minute time frame. Price action is a little bit cleaner. You can see it's done nothing but come down, consolidate, come down, a little bit of a dead cat bounce, come down, consolidate, break again, dead cat bounce, consolidate, and break down all the way down to where we're at now, 165-ish area. If this 200 SMA does not hold, price action has a lot of speed coming down here. You can see price has been expanding the whole way down. Volume is confirming there is participation, whether it's an enormous amount of sellers or bulls just being stopped out. Whatever the case is, there is participation in this move down, so it is a legit move. If more volume comes in here at this 163.07 level and it consolidates for a day or two, I'm not going to be able to watch the intraday price action too much, so I can't really time an entry based off of the 30-minute or 1 hour. So I will look for a daily candle for an entry into some possibly 170 calls up here. Maybe it gets back up there. Might look for 5 or 6 weeks out, maybe 165, 166, 167 and a half calls for that level. So I will go ahead and throw that note on there. I haven't typed all of my notes on here yet, so I will be looking at 6 week out, 167.5 or 170 calls. And that's going to depend on how much premium's in it, what kind of delta is available, and how high the IV is. Now, if price action fails at this level, I'll simply sit and wait. It's not likely to come all the way back down here, but it is a possibility that price action will come all the way back down here to 150. This is an old note I don't need on there anymore. It's obviously not making it up there anytime soon. So if price action comes down here to 150 next week, that'd be an even better spot to go ahead and take some calls. Now, because price action is very bearish, there's a lot of momentum down, I'm not going to be able to watch price action intraday. I'm not going to be taking any trending plays. I'm not comfortable with holding puts for swing plays. Something I'm going to need to work on, but it is just something I have to recognize in myself. So nothing to do for me from the downside because I cannot monitor price action actively. All I can say is price action has broken a lot of significant levels. A lot of repair needs to be done before we see any more upwards motion. Now, even though price action has sold off for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days in a row now, that simply tells us sellers are really, really winning. If they're really, really winning, there's no reason, in my opinion, to expect it to stop until it comes to a significant level, which may be this 200 SMA. For that reason, that's the only play that I'm going to be looking at, support here or way down here. For now, that's my plan for the next couple of weeks. Have a good evening, good weekend, and good luck.